a keeper. Not a keeper. Okay, guys, I'm trying to get settled in here. I just got back in the door and got my PJs on and thought I had all the cats settled. What the fuck? Oh well. I'll just let the cameras get it. It's fine. And the alarm system. I still don't care. As a matter of fact, I didn't hear though. But I wasn't paying attention to the light. You know what, whatever. Anyway. So I just got in. It's been a night. After you left you all. Anyway, and then it's coming back out of the darkness not long ago, and things are moving tonight. That's all I'm saying. Got raccoons out here too, with their chunky butts breaking the branches and fighting. It's a critter type of night. Now, whatever the hell this was, man, I'm serious. The raccoons done a little up too. They're fighting in the tree branches and broke the damn branch and growling about it. She's like, Mama, what the hell? It's like, raccoons be raccooning, you know? And so, anyway, the critters are on it tonight, that's all I'm saying. I'm pretty sure one of the bears hit the barn fencing earlier as I was startling in it, startling me, and it's just like, fuck it. Anyway. And something climbed the barn. I was like, hell, Venom, Spider-Man, is that, whatever. Anyway, so just got in, got my PJs on. Tried to get everything settled. Things took a bit longer than I thought. Pretty sure my cookout shake is no longer shake. So it's that as well. It's okay, I'm about to drink it anyway. So, anyway, I just got off the phone with my sibling. And my sibling asked that I do something tonight for her and someone she knows. And so I told her I would do that. So, you know, many of us here, obviously, know many people that have been greatly affected by, the hurricane, storms, the dams failing and the infrastructure, everything. We know many. And obviously, these are community/community. Here. And, yeah. A sibling knows several. Um, yeah, I do too, that have lost everything, but there's one in particular that is, really has my sibling by the heart right now. And one of her classmates she graduated with from medical school and whatnot is a labor and delivery nurse herself, I believe. That was told me, OB, labor and delivery. And that's the department or whatever that they work in locally. But they themselves are 2 weeks out from their due date. Um, and their home was washed off its foundation and 2 miles down. They've lost everything. And from my understanding, from my sibling, they barely made it out. There were minutes in between there. And they still do have a vehicle. And the way I took it, they're still, because of the area and the damage and destruction, essentially trapped in a way, to the area. It's down towards Jonesboro-ish way, a little past. Um, they obviously work in our medical system here, around the area with my siblings still, but they've lost everything. And as you can imagine, I'd say the delivery date is probably going moved up a bit by the stressors and things on them. And either way, um, the person, I don't know, my sibling didn't say I could give, she did give me a name, and she's supposed to be sending me the video and all that, and the link here, may already have. Alright. Anyway, so, like I said, they've lost everything. And I believe her name is Hannah, as I recall. Obviously, good background, educated, not a criminal, that type of thing. Um, and they have indeed lost everything. They are, I believe, staying with family. Um, as to my knowledge, from a sibling, they do have a crib again now, at least, but the video, as far as I know from sibling, shows even the crib that they'd selected and picked out. This is our first child, as in with the debris and everything else, not, yeah. But, anyway, my sibling requested that I see if, others may want to join and help and share the link for this person, and by that I told the sibling that I would try to make sure it was good channels only, not tragedy pimp assholes here, not the little weasels who have tormented our family or others around the community, and who would not use it in order to insert, and do all the terrible things with, or to virtue signal off of and do the garbage. So, if any good human beings out there, channels, that do not associate with this group would like to help, uh, I'm sure that it would be appreciated. And I know and just as you all do, there are certain creators that do talk to siblings so that people can obviously be like, no, just he's not. Blah, blah, blah. That does not mean contact, right, or use it as an excuse to insert, dig, do anything around Summer's case or otherwise, or screw with my family in any way. Are you hearing me? So there are ways for you all to verify um, what I'm saying and who this person is. Let's see, our little law. And that they do indeed need help and they exist. And once the sibling sends the video through, I'll ask if I can share. I think that was the intent of that, but won't be sure. And then link because her friend, when asked what they needed, she's not sure. I mean, they're just overwhelmed at the moment, as you can imagine. They don't even know what all they need. They just know they're in need, and insurance is going to take for if it even covers, even under disaster relief. I know they are in touch with American Red Cross and all that as well, but there's only so much that can be done. I mean, so um, in those regards, it's going to be immediate needs met, but they obviously need help with another person. Told my sibling that cash would be the most beneficial um, to them currently for whatever, as you can imagine. So, I don't know, and the way it was explained to me is they still are sort of trapped inside of or wherever. So, not like the house or anything, but the area just because of how devastated it is. So, um, yeah. Anyway, if people want to help, that would be amazing. I know my sibling would appreciate it a whole great deal. My sibling is absolutely heartbroken and in tears over this, and for her friends. And like I said, they graduated together. They obviously still work inside the same system together and stay in touch. Obviously, they're friends. So for this person to be expecting her first child going through this, uh, you know, I know my siblings' hearts with her. And but she asked that I use my platform here to help. Told her I would tonight, and just send me the video and link through. And if those out here with good channels, good intentions, uh, even those, I would prefer those that are like on the anti-tragedy pimp end of things to share or whatever, as opposed to any of the others over here who have been involved in the anything around summer, this community, several communities deep, or anyone using this to reach out to my family or sibling to dig, harm, hurt, try to get near, and to use it to try to get stuff around summer. Because that's not what this is about. Um, and I don't want it used as such. I want to help my sibling help her friend and what's soon to be a newborn baby come into this world with a less stressed mama and dad and um in the middle of storm and breakage or not, and no beauty and smiles. And so if I can help make that happen in any little way, I will do so. And my sibling and I were talking about how we were all So extraordinarily lucky. And we are. For what a lot of our community and communities in several states wide are going through. Um, we're very lucky. A sibling for a few hours lost internet and things and phone service here. We lost power for days. A few groceries that's the end of blah blah. Right. Tonight we discovered when we went out that there's some sort of water line thing shaking, and nowhere across Kingsport elsewhere is allowed to sell much of anything. It's a boil water advisory, so no bougie eyes, this, no that, no all kinds of things. And a lot, I guess, were actually without water tonight. So, and the trucks and crews are still, as you can imagine, everywhere. So, saw a few out in town passing through, sleeping in their trucks and parking lots, all kinds of things. As they're going from one area to the other and up and down interstates and everything else. I just can't imagine. And so many have had it far worse. And there are little things of beauty in between. It's dads walking 30 miles to daughters' weddings and sons walking up mountainsides and to their elderly parents through mudslides and through all these beautiful things in between this devastation and destruction. And it's a little overwhelming. And a sibling knows another one who was washed away, him and his dog, and so far they've only found his dog parts of it, yeah. And I think I and the sibling tonight made plans to, even in the shape I'm in, to try to go help in some way, somewhere. Um, I know they're having a problem finding people to clean up certain things. So, um, I don't know. But either way, and then we were all thinking about, as far as Christmas, things like that go, because people need help around then. We were talking about not doing Christmas for any of us this year, but making sure someone else around the region who's lost everything do for them instead. So, but that's something that we've done other times as well. And, so it's the little things. But there are things of beauty in all this destruction. And one of those is getting this baby brought into the world. And those moms and aunties and otherwise here, I'm sure you can feel that. And I know there are creators here who will verify what I'm saying and can. And, but please make it solely about that and not about summer. We're getting in touch with just to be getting in touch with. You understand what I'm saying, please? So, I'm begging that of everyone. Don't make this about any of that. You do right with this for a change. So, anyway, and I know my sibling would probably be more than happy to verify. That does not mean for the entire world to go out and do that. It means collective. One or two picked and be like, hey, is this, and then, you know. So, I'm just doing as a sibling asked of me. I'm trying to help her friend who matters to her a great deal. And this baby getting to be here on this earth. And this bright spot getting to enter the world. And I'm lucky enough to have this platform. So I agreed. I hope often that it brings little pebbles of light, but in this case, it most certainly can. And can help light up the dark. So, I hope I can. Anyway, from my understanding, it will be a Venmo link. And, once my sibling sends it along, I will share it. And as long as she okays the video, I'll share it as well. But anyway, if anyone's interested in helping share those things out, just just a second. Actually, let me see. And my sibling actually made me watch it because she just sent that through. And I won't show you her number, but it's text between my sibling and I. And that is the thing. I guess it's Hot's. Let me see here. Oh, there's the other. I'm not used to this one. Oh, there it is. Some looking. Alright. Save copy. Okay. And this is my sibling. Alright. I promise it is. And this is going to include the woman's name. So I'm gonna have no choice about it sort of doxing her, but I think that's okay. Y'all, please don't do bad to these people. Please, I'm begging from the bottom of my heart. Just help. Be good, normal human beings. Help this woman and her baby and husband. Okay? And I know you true web listeners that they can verify this and that it's not some craziness. Right? I know there's a couple of you ass ones out there that clearly have contact with sibling that can verify. So. Oh, I hate this phone, bro. It's so hard to. There it is. Good lord. Here we go. I don't know why they make things so hard. Alright. I'm trying to mark that out with. So I don't want to share our phone numbers. You know? Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay, then. Alright. Alright. And then. Let's do direct share. Alright. Alright, I'll post that on the community wall in just a minute. Alright, I don't know how to flip the screen out, but this is the woman's name. This is her Venmo link. It is Hannah underscore Tittle 1406. That's for the Venmo. Alright. Mm, like I said, this is the messages between my sibling and I tonight. And you can see she verifies it as indeed the link for Hannah. And this does have to do with that, and that they need help. But so, yeah. Like I said, I'll share that in the community section here shortly. But yeah, if y'all want to help, please help. If you don't, you don't. And I'd prefer that it be shared and such by good human beings here and not those trying to use it for nefarious reasons. Um, and I know that more than a couple around these blocks can and probably will verify the sibling as well. But that is indeed my sibling, and it is indeed their friends. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there's so much and so many in need, and this is just one or two out of so many around all these states and counties and communities that definitely needs help. And, they are, I mean, can't imagine what they and so many are going through. It's absolute devastation. But even they know, I know that my siblings said they're still counting themselves lucky as well, because had it just been 10 or 15 minutes difference, they would have actually been still in the home and washed away with it. And that's how close of a call it was, I'm told. Um, and I'm sure she'll send the vid on or whatnot. But, and like I said, I'll ask for permission. But, yeah. Uh, but it does show from what my sibling says, you know, the foundation left behind and the house moved and washed down over 2 miles. But they are very lucky and they know it too. Um, yeah, and I couldn't imagine being trapped in those waters or facing that pregnant and that pregnant. Yeah, it's one of those. Sometimes it's the littlest of things that make the difference between major things, you know. a few minutes one way or the other means the difference between life or death, or you never know when those days will come. Even it's like nobody expected these to be what they were coming through, because it's not all that atypical anything for us to experience. You know, tornadoes or spin-off storms during hurricane season. They often come up and come across their tropicals, but the mountains break them apart this year because saturation already. Apparently, this was the year also of failing extraordinarily old infrastructure and events, and it was just another perfect storm, right? And it devastated so many across so many states. And that way, that is not typical of these when they come across the region. It's usually when we experience a changeover, like hurricane season starts, and we get like storms over a few weeks. Or the first good one or two come across, and then we get what we coin as mud season here, and it basically means the sun goes in, and you don't see it again until the next spring type thing. You can look forward to no snow, but just grossness and mud for months, and gray skies, and the time changes, and that's all it should have really been. And almost around the area in these regions across these couple of states, we're expecting as usual nothing like this. And I know nobody expected all this infrastructure to fail as well, or the interstates, or any of those to be coming in or down in the ways that they did, or anything like that. You know. So, I don't think anybody ever expects normal day not to come on, but they do. Sometimes in ways that generationally, I mean, like, even other generations are like, what just happened, you know? That's never happened before, so, and I know that was the case far and wide around here. Even our elders were like, what just went down? You know, so, you know, and there so much horror, heartbreak, devastation, and then so many little pebbles, sparks, light, voices, and outreach and community coming together. And it's all wound up. Life and nightmares and storms and beauty and ugliness as well. But one of the bright spots is always looking at those who still remember community and hearts and the little things and come together without anybody saying a word. They just are there. They just are. And it's one of the most beautiful things in the world and will always be. It's those types of humans that make this world a great place. A beautiful place. And, you know, and true boots on the ground, and first responders, and electrical workers, and dam engineers, and road infrastructure, all these people with all these different things, and doctors and nurses and all those, of course, and all the people in all these communities who may not have anything themselves, but come out with what they do have, and their own talents for this and other abilities to, bring their own equipment or farm equipment or chainsaws and things. These are the beautiful things, the true helpers, the true people in Mr. Rogersville. Not, no pun intended there, okay? I meant like Mr. Rogersville, Anyway, these are the people you seek. These are the people that make this planet beautiful. These are the people you look for and to and want to be around and with. I saw that slinkiness. Did you see that? It almost looked like one of my Jack Skelly walked away for a minute, didn't it? I know you're not trying to get my chicken sandwich, bro. Yeah, the milkshake had it a way back, but I'm lucky to have the melty little thing. Why is it always the keyboard, my dude? What is it about a keyboard that attracts you people? It's the squareness. I gave you a new box. Can we just leave the keyboard alone for a night? Just no more. I'm just gonna close it. Let me shake. You see what I did? It's terrible. Anyway, I just know my extra cherries are down in there somewhere. Yep. Anyway. Oh, I found one. Did. Anyway, guys, that's the request from my sibling for our friend tonight. And I'm told she's a very good human being who helps bring little beautiful pebbles of light into the world every day herself, and is going to bring her own little pebble of light and goodness, spark into the world. And that she helps an abundance of other mamas bring their little lights in. Maybe the mamas right here might want to reach out, help her in return. Her and her little spark. And if that's so, the link will be there. I'll share it. Or whatever that is. I don't know. The handle for it. Whatever. Like I said, it's Venmo. Never used or had that one. I don't know what the hell. Sure, you all with it. But, for someone who spends their day and their life and career helping others bring little sparks and lights and goodness and their own little pebbles into the world, maybe the world would like to help her bring her own little spark in the world under a little less stress and all that right now. And wondering a little less and ease the burden on what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. I don't know exactly what their plans are. I doubt even they know yet. You know, I can't imagine facing what she's facing. Could not. So, you know, my sibling is in tears and hurt over it and hurting for her and with her right now. So, if y'all feel the need and want to help Hannah out, please do so. And if you don't. If you can't, please do not. And I know there are many around the region and that need help as well. And I know there are many organizations that are helping, and the Red Cross and these things, etc. So, do stick with legit ones. It's there for others. I know there's an abundance of scams and weirdness going already, and people doing weird stuff and criminal stuff. Alright? So, keep that in mind, especially around these streets. Right now we're on all of this devastation across these couple of states and everything. Watch these streets over here on YouTube. You all know how they do. So do stick with real donation methods through actual links for like the Red Cross, things like that as well. Do verify even things like this, etc. Please don't use that as a way to insert and weaponize or screw with people either. But I know there are those who can verify what I'm saying, so I'm not, you know, I just don't want them to use it to screw with some of our stuff for any of us from our family anymore, please. We're with this woman who's under enough, and her family's under enough, and yeah, we need her to have the next few weeks easy. That baby does not need to be in the womb with any more adrenaline and stuff flowing or stress chemicals going, and it's very bad. Okay, so don't add to stress or burdens for her. Though her name with this handle will be out there, please do not inundate them. Do not mess with them. If you can help, please do help. And I know that was asked to be monetary and through the link. Okay. And I was asked to do this via my panel here by my siblings. And so I think helping a technical first responder who helps on the daily bring life into this world and the little sparks in it, bring your own little spark into the world after such devastation, and being so lucky as a few minutes difference, and her still here with her husband and her family, and being able to bring her little spark into the world. Probably in a very short amount of time. All this probably gonna move that day up by a bit, but her, it's supposed to be 2 weeks, but y'all know in situations like this, probably gonna move it up a bit. So let's, if you can, help her out. If you can't, that's fine. If you don't, please send her good vibes and good juju and good whatever. And if you should not help, please do not. And do not take from yours in order to, nobody wants but I think it's fitting to help those um, who help others and bring light into the world every day. And especially that. And, you know, so when my sibling, so. And then I got a sibling, and I'll figure out over the course of the next few days what we can do to try to go in places and help in our own ways. Um, we'll see. Anyway, and I know, yeah, we'll just figure it out. We always do, one way or the other. So, sort of how we've been raised anyway. So. And before this realm and all of our own strange one day wasn't normal, and this followed. Spent a whole lot of time, and so have most of the family throughout all generations, always being part of the community. But what's happened in the last several years, because of our own, it's kind of kept that tamped down quite a bit. But, you know, so we'll see what happens over the next few days. But I will share that over here on my community wall in a second. And, I don't think I can do that for studio. Let me see real quick. No, just bring it back to this. Alright, I don't know. I'm sleepy. Tired. So, otherwise, I'm sure I could figure it out. I'll do it while I'm on here. I'm just tired. So, anyway, you guys, if you want to help, help. If you don't. If you can't, that's fine. And if you should not, please do not. But I think it's fitting in this circumstance, too. I mean, helping community is always that, and a good thing. But especially helping those who are true boots on the ground and help bring things as beautiful as the little babies and the sparks of little light into the world for so many others in all kinds of situations. And around here, when they've lost everything, right? Make it make sense. I think it does. So, anyway, like I said, I don't know really how that works. I've never used them enough, but that's the handle. Is the Hannah underscore Tittle. I'll show. Um, Hannah underscore Tittle 1406. So, and you can see me ask, make sure that that is the Venmo. And my sibling saying it is. Okay, it's all there. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, you guys, I think I'm gonna hop off here, and I'm gonna keep Hannah and her soon-to-be little one in my thoughts, along with so many around the region, and all the real boots on the ground. And I'm gonna hope that none of you tragedy bimps out here use this to insert, destroy, harm this woman, her family, insert or harm around mine any further, any of that. Don't get up to no shenanigans unless you're gonna do good with this. Leave it alone. You hear me? Leave it alone. This is a good thing. Don't make it an awful thing. Alright. Sure, she and her brother, they don't need any goofiness from goofy goopers over in this dark place. So, anyway, but I know there are an abundance of you out here who are good humans with good channels that do have the skills and the heart to verify from afar and do whatever without disruption, insertion, and turning something very good into something very bad or an already bad situation into something worse. Okay? Be good humans with this. That's all I'm asking. Now, and I promised the sibling, I was like, I'll try to get the good ones to be good and do the good things. And I'll try to request that all the bad ones stay in their lane for this and not do bad to us or them or anybody else. Just, so that's all I can do is ask. And all I can do is share for my sibling who asks that I do so. And hope for the best. And that this build into a source of light and no further darkness for anyone around so much darkness and so many little things, beauty, and take that away from it, just, now please be good humans with this. And if you can, please help Hannah and her wee little one getting ready to be brought into the world, and, please. And if you can't, please don't feel obligated. And don't take from you to, you know, you get what I'm saying. I hope you get what I'm saying. I know you do. If you can't, don't. If you shouldn't, do not. If you don't want to, that's fine. And at the very least, please send good vibes, good juju. Alright? Good whatever it is. But please be good for goodness sake. And do keep all these first responders and those like Hannah, who are true boots on the ground every day, all day, in all aspects, and have chosen these careers where they help others in all their good and bad moments and emergency situations. And as they bring their own pebbles in and out, and the world's right. I think those, like, you don't choose that career unless you find joy in it and help bring the little lights that shine into the world, right? But I'm sure that job has its own devastating days as well. For those who lose sometimes. So, let's be happy for Hannah and her little one. help her bring slow in and under a little less stress for mama and baby and I guess hubs and all that. If we can, I'm gonna try to figure out. I think I told the sibling I was gonna send some over myself, but let's send it to because I don't have that other thing. So it's fine anyway. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Um. So anyway, yo, um, much love to all of y'all and around the region. These many regions, I guess, that we all always feel like those from these points that we're all affected. I mean, like, man, we're all actually so close, you know what I mean? It all sort of, it's just the region, man, you know? Like, I don't think it really hits those that are watching, but even Asheville and things, you know? We can get there in, like, under an hour half the time, you know what I mean? It just depends on how fast you want to go, how the brakes are going up and down the hills that day, or the fog, but yeah, these are like, hey, I want to go to a new restaurant. Let's go to Asheville for a couple hours, you know. That's how close it is for us. And Greenville and Jonesboro and all these places, they're in a pathway for us, and definitely a big portion of the fall and Halloween and Christmas stuff and crafts and art and festivals, and it's sort of like day tripping and all these things. I mean, we're very sort of right here with one another, but it's very strange watching how lucky we are here in this show, but knowing just miles down the road and things that my neighbors suffered greatly, or that people I know and are kin to, you know, dams are going around them, or that those stuck out in Fall Branch or Jonesboro, you know, and still don't have power, or they don't have this, or their homes are gone, and I mean, they're just, you know, in Irwin, I mean, it's just right there, and, you know, community, man, it matters. So, so do all those affected by it, and there's, it's just weird, hit or miss, you know, some lucky, some unlucky that shouldn't be faced one day. It's just being even's hard, you know, those days where you don't expect them to suddenly change in your life, to change forever. Those are brutal for any human. And, but sometimes they change for the good, sometimes for the bad. It depends. Difference between moments and timing and all these things. Little things. But anyway, y'all keep all of those going through this, around all of these regions and region and communities in your thoughts, please. And the real boots on the grounds and the real searchers and, well, those doing cleanup and things like that. I hear they are looking for people to help. That some of the stench in some areas is more than overwhelming, and then Well, yeah, if certain things aren't cleaned up in enough time, is the contamination of water and things that way too, and disease. Because people forget these are farming areas and animal areas, and people's pets and animals were indeed washed away and are in fencing, and some animals are better than others that tread in water and all that. And that's also another big thing. You're coming up on a fall season where it's slaughtering season, where full grown hogs are in. I mean, they're good at swimming, but only for certain amounts, and currents are currents. And you've got cattle and horses and all kinds of livestock that didn't make it in areas, people's pets and things, and people aren't thinking about how rough that can get very quickly. Um, Especially in days since. So it does take certain stomachs to go in and help clean that type of stuff up. And usually you'll find with currents, it pushing all of those one way and stacking them, sort of, it's, and it depends. Fencing and so, that's another thing people aren't thinking about. And I know that I was told in certain places that people are hoarding gas and going out and panic buying too. A lot of places are running out, it seems. And that's going to be a problem as heavy equipment otherwise are needed to clean up or whatever. I know that all these places have been told to hold certain amounts in reserve for EMS or all these other things. So, and obviously, Phillips, for in other places, I guess, for responders, I don't know. But either way, it's going to be an effort for a while. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all are safe. If you find yourselves in storms beyond, try to dance in them. You know, try to wait for the eye if you can. And I hope y'all are safe and warm and happy and healthy. And you're with whatever little sparks you have in your own life that make you happy. And bring you joy. And may you all find community and ways to reach out to humanity around you in little ways. Even in the best of times without storms. Anyway, as you can tell, Ernesto here is ready for bed. He's gonna do this, of course, till Milosevic. And because I can't blame him on that stuff. I'm allergic, but it's not his fault. Look at those little beans. The beans are the little things of joy, my dudes. Look at them. Oh, they bring me joy. Just like probably part of my chicken sandwich is going to bring Ernesto joy. So, I'm thinking it per 2 minutes. Anyway, you all hold your own little spaces and good little sparks close. Things that you find joy with and the good little things. Hope you're all safe, sound, and healthy and happy. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna try to fish my extra cherries out of my chocolate shake here. That I never saw while it was actually a shake. Oh, please don't push those off of there. I mentioned my two others are right here below me. All snuggled in together. They left Ernesto to my devices. He's gonna be the alert system for when I unwrap the chicken sandwich. He's like, "Did you say chicken sandwich?" No, you didn't, lady. Is it time? Look at that one little peeper showing. He's like, "I'm waiting on the chicken." That's his little source of joy. My chicken sandwich, he's just waiting. Look at that little face. How could you deny a piece of chicken? I mean, just look at it. You couldn't, and you know I'm not gonna. Look at those whiskers. And that little nose. Oh, you have terrible breath. Yeah, well, it's a trade-off, right? It's cute, but with terrible breath. Yuck. I gotta get you those treats or something. Make it smell minty or something. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm off here. You have a good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. Kick out the good pebbles. Skip them across the right ponds. Make the ripples turn into tsunamis. Remember the little sparks. They create infernos. And that one voice can indeed change the world, shake the ground, create an earthquake, cacophony, choir, symphony, and grow strong enough even on its own to shake the world. Never doubt the power of one voice or its ability to draw in others. All little things matter and count and grow. And they hold back the darkness. Alright, you guys. Enjoy the spec of vast cosmos. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy each other. And all the denizens and the beauty and the little things in the world. Because you never know. From one day to the next. YOLO, right? It's an outdated one, but I like it. It's still better than that live, laugh, love, goobery stuff. I'm all about the YOLO. I'm not a live, laugh, love girl. Alright, you guys, I'm out. I'm gonna go fishing in the dark for cherries. And then eat my now cold chicken sandwich, and I'm gonna count myself as lucky. Alright, and thank y'all for hanging out with me in the walk in the darkness novel earlier. Hopefully y'all found a few little things. Little glowworms, some stars. Alright. Enjoy, guys. And if you don't care, please do share out the DV/Universal Hand Signal for help. And as always, please do share out Summer's picture, information, and call her by name. And you know what I mean by info. Okay? No social media, no YouTube, no fist bumping ends with the bullhorn types. I mean, law enforcement sources, state police, TBI, FBI, real journalists, real investigative ones, those like Ansley and Bobo, WJHL, Rogers Review, Hawkins News over here, Kingsport Times, yeah, all those. Those are your real sources for information. Alright. Anyway, you have a good morning, good evening, and good night. Much love, peeps. And like I said, I will post that in the community section here in a second. And I don't know how it works, but that is indeed her handle. The Hannah underscore Tittle. I think it's at 1406. But I'll share it over. Alright, guys. Y'all have a good night.